I started attending college full-time when I was 16. I had graduated high school unexpectedly early. I remember the day I went and my headmaster said to me, "We've got nothing else to offer you next year." I went to a competency-based high school, and the way it worked is they gave you what you could handle. And I blew through it all before my 16th birthday. So I started college at 16. By the time I was 19, I was diagnosed with degenerative disc disease. Degenerative disc disease is when the vertebrae in your spine start eating themselves. It's like a jelly donut being squished, and the bones bang on each other. So the doctors looked at me and said, "That's it, no more dancing for you," which didn't really work for me because my career choice was dance. I saw a wonderful doctor at Children's in the sports medicine clinic, and his name was Dr. Demicord. He stuck me in a back brace for 6 months, and after that I was done. I was done being hurt and injured, and I wasn't gonna wait. So I took my back brace off and I got back to work. I went back to school for my senior year, and I was luckily able to take Pilates with an amazing woman who taught me how to apply my Pilates technique to my ballet classes. Thanks to that, I was able to dance healthily for the next 10 years. I'm 29, and I've danced internationally and nationally. I'm lucky enough to have had the opportunity to pursue my dreams and find success. I left my hometown when I was 21. I left and I went out to LA, and for a year I spent my life on a cruise ship. We ported out of San Pedro, and twice a week for that year we were in Mexico. Once a week we were at Catalina Island, we were in San Diego, and every Sunday we were at sea. After a year of dancing on that cruise ship, I moved to LA. I was there for 4 years. I danced with 2 contemporary ballet companies while I was there. I directed the Malibu Civic Ballet and was able to work with some amazing young people out there. I even spent 8 months working for a belly dance company and traveling to Vegas for performances. When I was in Vegas, I was unfortunately in an accident. One of the crew members during a red carpet interview dropped a lighting baton on my head. After that, I lost 2 years. It took me 2 years to recover. But I looked back and I remembered what I had to do years before when I was coming back from my diagnosis. Take my Pilates and I apply it to my ballet. I wear the right shoes. I take care of myself. I take time to take care of myself. I kept teaching. I worked with my students. After 2 years of recovering, I left LA and I moved to New York. Within 2 weeks of being in New York City, I had a job with the Lydia Johnson Dance Company. I worked with them for a year and a half. I met some amazing people. I also was able to study under the most amazing teachers. People who definitely sculpted my teaching and my dancing abilities and gave me every tool that I would need. After 2 years in New York, my older brother shipped out to Iraq, and it was time for me to come back home. So I came back to the studio where I grew up, the studio my parents had been running for the last 25 years. Came back to my students. I came back to my dream company. Prometheus Dance is a contemporary company based in Cambridge, Mass. And it has been my dream since I was 14 to dance for that company. It's been a very big dream of mine for a long time. I spent the last 2 years dancing with Prometheus, and it's been amazing. It's been absolutely amazing. 8 months ago, I was offered a job at Bridgewater State University teaching tap. This past semester, I was lucky enough to work with their students in their winter dance performance. I think about all the students I've had over the last 15 years, and it's incredible to me. My students here in Boston, LA, New York, New Jersey. The best thing was, after going to Ecuador with Prometheus, I came back with some crazy pictures of the things that I had seen and the performances that I have been able to be a part of. And my students, their eyes were so big. And I remember what it was like for me when I was younger to want that and to think of the possibilities that were out there. And I love the fact that I can share it. The fact that I can share what I love with my students, it means the world to me. When I see my students find success, those are the moments when I think, yeah, I did something right with my life. When I think that 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with degenerative disc disease and was told that I could never dance again, it just blows my mind. This was a dream that I was not willing to give up. I was not willing to walk away from it. And it's something that I share with my students when they're faced with struggles. You know, they pull a muscle, or, you know, they're growing and their turns aren't the way they were 3 days ago because they're growing, or they had to run the mile in gym class. Or when one of my students was practicing her aerials and broke her arm. Sometimes you get injured. It happens. It's part of being an athlete. But you do what's right for your body. You do what's right for you. You have to take the time to let yourself heal. And during that time, know what your goal is. And don't lose sight of it. Wear the right sneaker. And I gotta tell you, that's what it comes down to. Supporting your body, giving it what you need. You know, Diet Coke and a Snickers isn't gonna cut it for lunch. And you certainly can't walk around in 6-inch heels every day. It's your body, you gotta take care of it.
When I saw her, I knew she was gonna be my friend forever. I did. She was like, you know that time when you meet your best friend and you're just like, I'm gonna be friends with them forever. Yeah. Well, that was the time I met.
Take this class. Apply this technique here. My physical therapist told me to put Saucony's on, and I did. I've been wearing them ever since, every day, and thankfully, my biggest dream came true. My picture's in Dance Magazine this month with my favorite company, Prometheus, after a diagnosis of you will never dance again. Well, guess what? I did it. Did it, and I loved every single minute of it.